D'Lo, when you were acquired back in January, people said, all right, he's going to be here for a while potentially. Get training camp under kind of feel to be out there your first practice again.
Good, real good. Just get out there with the guys, get some run, a lot of cardio, things like that. Good group too. I think it was very competitive for the first day. Exciting.
That's what Darvin was saying. Like a lot of good tenacity out there is a word he used. Who looked at you out there today?
Everybody, man. I don't want to do all that. If I can give everybody on the team credit, I would. So everybody. I will give you one actually. Jalen Hood, really well, played really well today. Competitive, made shots, got after it.
Darvin said he's not going to do any two-a-days with this group. I think you're like 9 years in the league now. Have you seen that change in your time going through the training camps with the different programs you've been with?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the league's evolving. We would say it's an old school thing to kind of do all that running. But it is what it is. The pros probably outweigh the cons at this point, as far as being healthy and going into preseason fresh. So, I mean, I respect it as a player.
Do you think that says something about the way, obviously he had it out of his, like if he wanted to use it, he could have done it, but he saw the way your guys were coming in summertime and maybe decided it wasn't necessary with this group?
Yeah, I mean, it's head coach's decision. I think as a group, a lot of guys were here during the season, so it wasn't hard for guys to be in and out the gym. Guys put the work in, so coming into training camp and things like that, it was an easy adjustment.
We heard AD say something yesterday, I think I was talking about Denver and kind of the way they celebrated and sort of like that it stuck with him and it went noticed. I'm curious, did you have any issue with any of the way that they kind of talked about you guys after that series and their celebration? And is there a rivalry, do you think, as you guys kind of head into the season? Is that something you're thinking about?
I'm all game. I'm done talking. I mean, I don't really want to talk about that. I'll leave that to those guys to kind of piggyback and kind of voice their opinion on it. Just try to be there to support it and let my game speak.
D'Angelo, we saw how quickly you meshed with Austin in the backcourt. Just wondering what you thought of Gabe Vincent's game kind of from afar, watching him in the finals, and now that he's been in here, and how you think you guys might play off each other.
I love his game, honestly. I mean, he's a guy that I could play with, play alongside. I mean, I respect his game as well. He's just another pro that you add to the team. So for me, I could play with any guy. I play with a lot of guys. For a guy like him that has a lot of strengths, and they complement my game as well. So I'm looking forward to him. I'm a big fan of his game.
I think when people looked at the roster yesterday, you see obviously with LeBron, you see AD's age and stuff like that, and then there's like this group of you guys that are still young players but have experience in this league. Is that kind of a sweet spot, do you think, for a lot of guys on this team where it's like you have the energy of a 27, 28-year-old, but like you have a decade of experience?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams are young in the league, so if you're a veteran team, you worry about young teams coming into your place running, coming with that speed and pace. So to have a mix of young guys as well, I think it complements what Bron and AD have done, in their career and allowing the youth to kind of give them an extra boost. I like it.
You've been a part of a variety of.
You and Austin can be at the backcourt with a training camp together?
Say that again.
How much better do you think you and Austin can be as a duo in the backcourt with a training camp?
I mean, it develops that chemistry. When you're on the floor and you turn the ball over together, there's communication within those turnovers, and there's dialogue that allows you to get better and learn from it. When you don't have those moments, you get them at some point, and then that's when the dialogue occurs. So I think sooner the better whenever you're trying to develop chemistry with anybody. We clicked right away. He plays basketball at a high level, and I try to do that as well. So when we're out there, we kind of complement each other. Easy, it's pure.
You've been a part of a variety of training camps throughout your career. On day one, just how does the first day here compare to the other ones in terms of first practice, implementing strategies, just I guess further along, coaches' strategies and vision?
I mean, training camps are kind of similar all around the league. You either gonna do the two-a-day thing and one day the next day, however you decide to go about it. But I just think the competition was there right off the jump. Everybody had somebody they were competing with. And the teams, there's probably 3 teams out there that was taking turns winning. So I mean, it was a good competitive nature in the gym today, and I think it's gonna carry on for the rest of training camp going into preseason.
Thanks, D'Lo.
Thank you.
Thank you.